Hello everybody, I'm back once again, and we're back with saltwater. Last time it was our best friends, the hermit crabs. Today it's a little more complicated. Today we're talking about a little more basic fish on the saltwater spectrum, the common damselfish. Damselfish are found almost in every ocean imaginable. The only parts they're not common to are both Antarctic oceans. These are small tropical fish that usually don't get any bigger than 12 inches. The largest being the Sergeant Major from the more coastal waters of Florida and the Gulf of Mexico. These are the largest you'll get for damsels, but a lot of damsels never get close to that size. Most of your damsels start out at just about this size, only the size of a quarter. It's a little cute. Now this is a particularly special type of damsel. This is the Springer damsel. Springer damsels get their name due to being named by, Edward Springer, who was a marine biologist in the late 14th century. These small tropical fish often stay in groups of 6. However, in the common aquaria, it's best to keep them in only a pair of 1 or 2. This is mainly due to what I simply like to call the damselfish concept, where you shouldn't keep any more than 3 damselfish per every 20 gallons. Damselfish, while very pretty and very easy to keep, can become quite aggressive towards their own species. This does include other types of damselfish, including clownfish, which also fall into the same sector. Other things to note about damselfish is they're pretty hardy when it comes to saltwater fish. They're one of the easiest saltwater fish to care for. I'd say gobies are pretty close to them too when it comes to care level. Their diet mostly consists of a carnivorous diet. We feed this little guy brine shrimp. And its best tank size is usually 10 gallons and up. For things like Sergeant Majors, this could be a lot bigger though. What else should you know about your common damselfish? Well, color-wise, actually being able to tell what species of damselfish is sometimes a good thing to know, because there are over 400 different kinds of damselfish that range from this bright neon blue to common grays to sulfuric yellows to even bright pinks. Some damselfish are more aggressive than others. It really depends on the species and just the individual. But most of the time, they're pretty peaceful and can stay in a community. Good tank mates for these fish usually involve, other damselfish if their tank is big enough. Tangs, coral beauties, pygmy angelfish, gobies. Basically nothing that can eat them. That includes things such as lionfish, eels. You get the gist. Common sicknesses are, most fungal and bacterial diseases such as fin rot, flukes, very common diseases. However, it is easier to cure these guys, just probably because of their immune system. However, it should be noted that they can also get diseases simply by fighting one another. So, making sure that you keep an eye on all of your fish when having a damselfish in a tank is still a good idea. Rule of thumb is don't keep any more than 5 fish in a 20-gallon tank. if it's saltwater. Damselfish can maybe sometimes break this rule, but at the same time they're also going on the damselfish rule of you shouldn't put more than 3 in a tank because they'll fight for dominance. Breeding these fish are a little difficult. Breeding can range from quite basic to completely impossible. It should be noted that these guys often stay in small coral crags. They like to have lots of space to hide. Open tanks are not the best for them. While they do like some open water to be in, it's also a good idea to make sure that they have lots of small nooks and crannies to dodge into if it's needed. That's all for today's lesson. I'll see you next time on Thrills and Gills.